All right, welcome back to the third match of the day at LANADA. We got the Tendie trio up against Cilantro Lime Chicken Rice Bowl, aka Rice. They've been on stream before. They didn't win, but now's their chance to show themselves on the stream cam. Tell us, how you feeling?
Feeling good, right? Obviously, yeah, we've seen Rice before. They played against the 1 seed. This is a lot more manageable of a matchup. Winner of this will qualify for day 2, so this is a fight for your life game. And both these teams, obviously, you want to go to day 2. It's your opportunity to get far in the LAN. This is your chance to kind of prove that your team can do it. And Tendie Trio, a new team that we haven't seen yet. Jiggle Supreme, Chicken Tendies, and Sandite. What are your thoughts on this team?
Yeah, my thoughts were on day 2 because I'm competing as well, and I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, you want a reason to wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, okay, wait a minute. But honestly, I feel it. That's just my experience, though. As for them, hopefully they come and watch the games. What? But for this match, let me lock in. It's gonna be a timeless and a recovery drone start. Size very relevant. Kazan, I think, was on my mind as like, hey, if one of them has that, I think Kazan has been kind of an underrated pick. We're on Inkies, of course, so like Estelle was super priority. It's another one of those situations where I think it's like the player skill is uh in in certain buckets of this kind of character, and so we didn't get to see like a whole like at the highest level, assuming all like levels of these characters are equal. Like we didn't see a draft where blue team opened and started with Kasan instead of like, I don't know, like a consequential midfield pick, especially with like the Kai ban. Like I would expect to see Estelle there. But size is relevant, so they're probably like, hey, let's just like lock that in. Um, so that's kind of where my mind is at right now. I haven't seen a lot of Julie played on Inkies. That'll be interesting. I've seen Asher, but that's mostly just the choker. So I don't know. Speed's going to be a little bit relevant with the now, but it's my eyes are always drawn.
Yeah, and obviously it's not the best Estelle start, but every Inky start is a good Estelle start, even if you don't prio it. It going last pick is kind of crazy to me, and I guess the big interesting thing will be is there's actually a chance that this is Kazan goalie for the side of Rice,
That'd be interesting.
which I know Intra plays it. She's pretty comfortable on it, and I'd be less surprised to see a Kazan goalie than an Asher goalie on this map, truthfully. So, a very good goalie, especially on side start. I mean, players like Moffin have proved how good this Kazan goalie
Absolutely.
is. And I guess we'll see if it is being played here. And it's not. It actually is the Kazan forward. So, an Asher goalie on Inkies, I think is a little scary. It does do well
Yeah,
into
right?
the notorious dash punchers like Julie, but it's a pick that's very easy to kind of hit the ball around.
Yeah, and immediately a good attack on the top side. I think that's kind of like where they can get a little bit of traction. Again, the Asher pick, I'm with you 100%. It's like not something I'd see every day at Inky on defense. The barrier's so wide, and Asher already doesn't really defend an open barrier all that well, especially against like Bell. Now, against a Julie, this is gonna shut down the Julie just fine, but it's gonna be up to Chicken Tendie to really show how well that they can personally take the barriers and goals. Like, if you're kind of midfield that really plays for your brawler, it's gonna feel a bit awkward for you. I think, not banning this map, they were comfortable with this situation occurring.
And they're showing a lot of comfort here. Indra is just shoving it through Sandite instead of trying to deal with the midfielding from Chicken Tendies, which is what you pretty much want to do on this Asher goalie here. Doing such a good job at it. Cairo trying to use the flip here, unable to get to Jules, but Jules almost gets it free. Does get the barrier here off of a missed Rose Warp, and the button is online. The Inky Splash Cannon is used. No value found though. Sandite able to clear it away for now, but Cairo trying to push towards Jules, unable to find anything quite yet. Indra walking all the way forward, but a bit of a miscommunicated secondary from Cairo. Pushes it away, but Jules able to convert, still has the flip online. A very strong start for Rice here.
Yeah, I won't blame you there, Jiggle Supreme. I saw that Estelle blink. You thought they were covering the wall. I've been there. I played goalie. I played midfield. It all happened. now. A strong face-off. I'm kind of down for the Estelle beam to start it there. They probably want to attack just exactly in this formation. I like kind of Estelle kind of lazily like hitting it back here, waiting for an opportunity, and like Juliet can kind of dash punch in either direction instead of like directly into the Asher. Kind of have like that wide cross section on the net. It's going to make Juliet feel a little bit useful. They can kind of flip like either side, but I think that's going to be the time to watch Juliet. And if they can kind of time it where you know, like Estelle's like, hey, I'm low CDs, and Juliet plays kind of like on the point there, and vice versa, that's going to be a good way to kind of like net some value and a lot of pressure. So if they are able to execute like that, that could be done very well. I like the early commits in the dash punch here. No cooldown is going to pass it up with Estelle, so this is the kind of situation I'd hope to see if you're team.
Yeah, but Indra just has yet to drop this barrier even a single time throughout both these points. Doing such a good job of holding it down. Cairo in the brawler position, tries to get the ball through with a weight, but the secondary from Jiggle Supreme just covers so many options. Indra walking forward with the flip. Can't quite find it. The path splitter is thrown out to push this bottom offense, but Jiggle Supreme able to clear it for now. But Jules pushing the ball towards Cairo. Can't quite get it through just yet, but Cairo now in this bottom side gets it just past Jiggle Supreme, who just ran out of cooldowns. This offense from Rice is just relentless, and it doesn't seem like the defense here has the answers.
Right, and I think this entire game is, at least a lot of it, on Chicken Tendie's shoulders. I mean, like, your cooldown usage needs to be immaculate because you're like most of the reason you're gonna get the barrier, you're gonna get the goal, but also cut the pass. All Princess Indra walked up so far that point, and they had the 3-point offense that was able to get a lot of passing pressure and burn out a lot of cooldowns. So it's gonna have to be a strike shot. Chicken Tendie's really playing to cut a lot of these passes and have a lot of deliberate cooldown usage, which might be really difficult.
Yeah, there's just so much relentless pressure here from the side of Rice, who do take this first set. Jules just doing so much, a well-deserved MVP. But something to note is Atlas is pretty much guaranteed missile prop here, which is another way that you can kind of push the ball forward without having to force your midfielder to do everything. So that is a really big pickup here for the side of Tendie Trio. We'll see how much value they can end up getting out of it.
Yeah, it's definitely going to relieve a lot of the pressure, but likewise, we're going to see more pressure from the Asher with the glass cannon.
Yeah.
It's going to give them more speed to walk up and be present on that offense. And it's going to kind of be hard to punish the Asher. Like, if you like walk up on like Tycho or something, the drums, like, you might get like cleared into it, hits the drum, and gets the barrier that way. But like, it's kind of hard if Asher is playing correctly to like clear around them. They don't need that recovery drone.
Yeah, the recovery drone Baron just get back on defense. The first time Indra's actually lost this barrier here, so the side of Tendie Trio are starting to get a bit more of an offensive push. They're doing a lot more passing, which is kind of the thing that we mentioned at first, and Chicken Tendies is just able to strike it through both Cairo and Indra, and that is a first point on the board for Tendie Trio.
Interesting. Yeah, they were kind of like locked into that formation. I kind of felt like they were feeling like it was like a bit awkward because like Estelle was like on the wall.
Yeah.
And like Atlas couldn't like get involved. I don't know how much of that we're gonna see. I'm gonna praise any goalie that gonna cross the midfield line like Princess Indra here to get involved and like just be that strike behind. Now I wish Cairo actually left that space open to Asher to get even more value than they're getting right now. This coverage is insane, right? They feel pressured to put it in the brawler every single time just because Asher's low. Are you serious? That brawler has flipped.
Yeah, Indra just has the entire bottom side locked up with her presence, and that just enables
the aura.
Yeah, the aura from Indra just enables Jules to constantly win strike wars, which is what Kazan wants to do. If you can force somebody to strike war Kazan, you are winning the game. And Indra and Cairo have just done such a good job of that because there's just no pressure when Indra walks up. The moment Indra walks up, Cairo shifts a little bit more backwards, and it just enables Indra to walk forward, be super comfortable. There's not really a very dangerous threat of them fast clearing the ball unless they do have flip, and the flip is instantly burned by Chicken Tendies, so there's less pressure to do so. But Sandiety able to find this first barrier, does have the flip online, looks for the conversion, can't quite find it though. There's just so many cooldowns being layered, but the Crystal Thorns from Chicken Tendies snipes the cross clear, and a second point here for the Tendie Trio.
Yeah, T3 really needed that one. I mean, like, any pressure you can get to punish, like, the Indra walk-ups and, like, turn that into a goal is going to make Indra think twice about every future walk-up. So that's kind of like just mentally, that point I think mattered a lot. Now you can see like Indra's actually playing a little back right now, like isn't crossing the midfield line. I think like the mental damage had occurred in that point, and it was like so well executed. Like everyone had to play exactly what they did. Jiggle Supreme like made up for like a missed strike shot, got a very critical strike shot in that last round. And he's obviously securing that goal. Everyone doing their part. It was just really nice to see. Now they could actually bring this to a round win. The pass gets cut by Jules, up to the top side as Flip. That's going to be an easy barrier, but do they have enough to get the goal? Oh.
Yeah, Cairo goes down to the dash punch. There's the Julie pressure. Can't stand that close to the ledge, but Jules is just stalling with this Kazan. Just goes straight out to Indra, who is also able to kind of kill time here as Cairo's about to be back online, and Jules has just been able to permanently dribble, kind of stuff up the offense by himself.
Special. Yeah, it's so funny to see that. I mean, right out of like honestly, any Kazan's book, but I was thinking in my mind, Leo Leon, shout out, okay. And hey, we said it here that all T3 just needed was a little bit more of just like that presence of like not collapsing on like the defense. They kind of cleaned up those plays, and now all of a sudden like they're punishing the Asher's low range. That shot just went wide. You know, like I wasn't expecting a goal there. I'm like trying to give you guys the color, trying to give you guys the lore, and all of a sudden Chicken Tendie says, no, it's my time to shine. I'm scoring a goal right now.
And that is a second spark for Chicken Tendie's. Very big deal here, and could potentially end up changing the game. The final spark is still online too, and you're guaranteed one more draft. So you're either forcing someone to deny it, or you are just guaranteed to get it. But I think the most dangerous thing here is going to be this Hotshot Asher. More and more primaries, more size on Kazan. I mean, this draft just looks so good for both sides here.
Yeah, the sparks are obviously something to worry about. I think that Rice is probably feeling a little bit better about their draft. I mean, speed on now, who's unfortunately died in this situation, I think matters a lot. Kind of like supplement like how much better like Estelle is at playing the open map than you. If you're able to kind of like walk it up, because that's what your kit can do along the wall. Like you have that speed now, you can get that done a lot easier. Get that ball off the tools, so that'll be something to watch out for.
Yeah, but Tendie has done such a good job of punishing it so far with these dash punches. Jiggle Supreme finding the pass around their own secondary here. As Indra now pushing forward with Jules, the primary behind them giving such a good safety net, and Jules with the crooked leverage finds the shot under Jiggle Supreme there. And Rice look just back to how they were in the first set, just so dominant, so confident. Indra back to locking up without fear.
Yeah, I mean, T3 is operating on thin margins. They have to make a lot of right decisions in order to actually get the value that their characters can put out into this matchup. So it's tough. It's not impossible, but it's tough. And it has been made more difficult by the fact that Size on the Kazan able to stand in front of this Atlas, get those strike wars, and the walk-ups from Indra have been absolutely critical. Now, we do see one punished here. It's so critical for them to actually score a goal here. They're going to commit the flip. Stell still has one. Duel's going to return that barrier. Now Jiggle Supreme has to play a bit further back. The water, nearly catches Jiggle Supreme off guard, and then the flip burn. This is dire straits now for T3.
Yeah, an excellent conversion here from Jules. Takes Jiggle Supreme off the map. Chicken Tendie's unfortunately had to use the flip to save their life from the water cannon. That is such a net positive point from Rice here, who have just done such a good job of capitalizing on their offenses. Jules is just so big. The Kazan has so many cooldowns, so many buttons to press that are all just the size of Atlas secondary, and it makes it really hard for Jiggle Supreme to kind of do things, because you really do just get out cooldown cycled by the Kazan at this point.
Yeah. What I'd like to see from T3 is here, this formation here. They used to put Estelle on the top, but I want to give like Chicken Tendies as many 1v1s on Asher as humanly possible, because I think that's going to be the way your kit matters, to go wide on Asher and then just like hit them. Like throw a shot wide, primary, throw a shot like wide, and then like secondary jump on them. But you know, they're getting answered like with this man-to-man coverage. Like Jules and now is actually just like kind of like playing the body on Estelle and kind of like cutting them out of the play. I wonder if like Julie has to like commit cooldowns just to get the core in a good spot for like Estelle, and make Estelle kind of the brawler and like Julie the midfield in this situation. Because Julie's still threatening up in the top corner. So I'm curious to see if they kind of switch up the way they go offense. But defense has also been a problem for them too.
Asher just got rapid fire hot shot. I think that might be a really big deciding factor in this. You had 2 opportunities to deny it. I feel like Indra is just unbreakable on the defense, especially with how much Jules has just been winning the 1v1s versus Jiggle Supreme. Indra has so much chances to get her cooldowns back, that I feel like that it's gonna feel like this Asher never doesn't have primary.
Yeah, that's so true. I mean, like, if I was still there, like, that rapid fire was speaking to me on a spiritual level.
Yeah.
That, like, I felt it in my bones that I needed to do that. But who knows? The speed might matter. I mean, if you hold your cooldowns to what matters, then, you know, what? Who cares if the cooldown's shorter or not? You know, for one, the goal, and that's a goal. But unfortunately, this goal is not for your team right now for D3. They still have a huge uphill battle right now.
Yeah, and I feel like the side of Rice have just drafted so much better. I've just like been able to just play offense so perfectly. It feels like Tendie never has a chance to really get involved, and it feels like Kairo's just done such a good job of isolating 1v1s into Jules. But speaking of, Cairo is taken down, so maybe on this power play, you know, Jules not really getting the ball shoved to him anymore permanently, but he's still just fishing the core out of his own end, winning every interaction. And even while on the power play, it feels like Jules is still just the star of the show, winning every interaction as he has pushed it through past Jiggle Supreme and gets the point here. As one more point away is Rice from qualifying to day 2.
Classic hook and go wide. I mean, credit to Princess Indra's not been afraid to go up and get the value that is their God-given right as a melee goalie to run it down the field, as young Yeesh has taught us the ways of the line, and Princess Indra, she is not afraid to keep getting it done. I mean, they died to a Juliet dash punch too, and that hasn't stopped them. They're still getting the pressure down here. Like, yeah, they back off like a little bit, but like the cooldown's committed. This is so much value. They're really looking to just milk that to get their game win here and get to game 2 or day 2.
Yeah, but Tendie does find the barrier here. Jiggle Supreme is constantly pushing this ball forward. The pressure is so much, but Indra able to just flip it for now, stalling for this primary cooldown, which is now back. Jules with the crooked leverage. The secondary from Cairo finds the barrier. A very dangerous situation to be in if you are Tendie Trio, but the ball is pushed back for now. And Cairo losing the 1v1 to the Estelle primary. The water cannon was too tempting for Indra.
Blame Indra there, honestly. I mean, I don't blame anyone. No, good play from Chicken Tendies. I mean, it's really hard to be on top of like striking early in those interactions. A lot of Estelle's watching to get those path cuts with the primary, and the like way you kind of counter that is by striking early so that you get it out of the beat. Cairo was not ready for that situation, but that's okay. You have a little bit of buffer on the points. I mean, they're still playing super confident. You got to make sure that these small plays or mishaps don't like change your game plan, don't get you scared. I mean, you know, you're gonna lose these bears, right? A shot wide on after, like, surprising, good hit stun. Like, these things are still gonna happen. You have to make sure you're not giving up on the value you can get, and you're somewhat scary, somewhat risky win conditions. Still you roll the dice. The odds are very much in your favor playing that way.
Yeah, the scary thing is, though, if Tendie Trio do win the set and Chicken Tendie's MVPs, that final spark is on the board. And getting that Mayor on the Estelle is a really big deal. You know, you have a power potentially help your Julie find KOs, but Jules is just declining that offer, trying to end things now, getting the ball pushed through everyone. Cairo tries to get it. Jiggle Supreme can't find it.
Off on the side, I see it. Rice with the unlimited pressure in the top side and another walk up. They're gonna make it to day 2.
Incredibly well played by Rice. An unfortunate time for us to lose connectivity.
Yeah, rip spectators.
But an excellent job for Rice pushing forward was Indra, and Jules, the star of the show, just the triple size Kazan is too powerful. And I guess this is the thing that we were kind of talking about, right? Where Chicken Tendies had 5 goals. The Julie just struggles so much to score on the Asher that it felt like, even on Inkies, the Asher is just such a hard counter to this pick that, like, you have to kind of set up your Estelle instead of your Estelle setting up your Julie. And when they got that win con working, it was good, but the pressure was just so insurmountable. The now speed, the double haste now with the walking up Asher goalie and the giant Kazan. There's only so much that you can do on the defensive end before you eventually break. And big shoutouts to Rice here for making it to day 2, a well-deserved day 2 win.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that is going to be it for us. This has been a pleasure casting with you, Celsi, and congrats again to Rice and all the other teams that made it out of the Pools A group to day 2. There's going to be another pool coming up shortly. I was going to say I bet money we're going to be not starting exactly on time. I think their pool's supposed to start at 3:05 chat, so that means Omega Strikers is close yet again. So great 3 matches. Love to see it, and I'm excited to play in Group 4. So that's when I'll be on stream, hopefully, and I can be doing the cool stuff, like walking. Actually, I'm not a goalie. I wanted to walk up, but I'll tell Mega to do it instead. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for me. I've been Hamster Quest.
I've been Celsi, and we will see you all in Block 2 hopefully soon.